there's some potential here that we could still see a bit more volatility. Be aware of that. This market could certainly whip around here a bit more. Have another sell-off would not be surprising before the election, especially with earnings and how those come in. So here's what you need to know before the bell. So on Friday, of course, markets kind of fluttered around on Friday a little bit. We did finish in negative territory on Friday, but just a little bit. And again, not surprising. Friday was the largest options expiration day we've had in a long time. It was several $1 trillion. So it was a very big day of options expirations, which led to a lot of that volatility we saw on Friday. A lot of chopping around, so a lot of buying and selling all day long. But the markets did two things from a kind of a bullish standpoint on Friday, which was, first of all, we broke out on Thursday. We had broken out of all-time highs, and so that was bullish, right? So we had this rate cut on Wednesday. The markets kind of sold off in negative territory, thought about it overnight, traded sharply up on Thursday. In fact, all the gains for Thursday actually happened if you take a look at this. So you can see that this candle right here was basically the market opened and closed on Thursday at exactly the same level. And what that means is that on Wednesday night, all the trading happened overnight. So the markets ran up sharply overnight, opened up sharply, finished right where it opened. So if you actually bought at the open on Thursday, you made no money on Thursday. It was all made overnight. Friday, the market sold off a bit. But importantly, what happened on Thursday in particular was that we tested that breakout of all-time highs. So that was very bullish also. So we had this nice retest of that break. Now, if we can hold on to that, now this morning futures are about flat. We need to hold on to this breakout of all-time highs. So again, we had a little slight retest of it. If we could retest it again in the next day or two, hold that breakout level, and then move up above kind of where Thursday's highs were and close there, that would be a good confirmed bullish breakout to all-time highs. That would suggest, of course, that the bull market's still very much intact here, which it is. We haven't had a whole lot of challenge here at the moment in terms of the overall market. But we had talked about this kind of consolidating wedge that the market was building, and so we've now broken out of that to the upside. We're still on a good buy signal here right now. Markets are a little bit overbought, so upside may be a little bit limited here, but there's really no reason to be kind of uber bearish on the markets at the moment or are really expecting a much bigger decline. Everything's really kind of just playing along very nicely. We went through a corrective cycle here, pre-election, like we talked about. It came a little bit earlier. We thought the correction would be September, October. It came in kind of late August, really kind of August, September. So it's kind of pulled forward again. But the market did de-risk here going into the election. In fact, hedge fund exposure has been pulled back a bit here heading into the election. So again, a lot of that de-risking had happened a little bit earlier than expected. But now as we get ready to move into the election, we should start to see some positioning for who the expected kind of candidate will be for president, who the market starts to expect. It starts to adjust for those policies. And again, as we're going to kick off earnings season here in the next, really kind of the next week or so, we'll start looking at earnings and whether or not that supports the markets from here. So there's some potential here that we could still see a bit more volatility. Be aware of that. This market could certainly whip around here a bit more. Have another sell-off would not be surprising before the election, especially with earnings and how those come in. But again, just kind of be patient here. Let the market tell you what to do next. But again, no reason to be overly bearish right now, kind of way the overall market setup is. That's what you need to know before the bell this morning.